Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's just going to be kind of a commentary. Really, I have a lot of things on my mind. I feel like the best thing to do that I could possibly do to kind of help myself out in the situation where I'm feeling kind of stressed out. I have a lot of things kind of going on. It's just kind of talk about them, let you guys know kind of what's going on in my life, kind of get it off my chest. And it's always better. Like, look, if there's any type of problem that you're having in your life, whether that be, you know, at home, at work, at school, whatever, if there's any possible way that you can actually talk to somebody about, you know, issues that's going around, or something that you might have questions about, or problems that you're dealing with, it definitely helps me a lot to actually talk about them, talk about my issues, talk about what's going on in my life, because I feel like if I can share the burden that I'm carrying right now, or I'm sharing the problems that I'm facing right now, either somebody can give me some insights of the stuff that they're doing, or I can just have it relieved by just kind of talking about it and just kind of get that relief of kind of like, hey, you know what, I've talked about my issues, I'm kind of, you know, mentally talking about what's kind of going on in my life, and to me, I don't know, that I find a lot of helpfulness and just kind of talking about my issues, talking about it, and just kind of going through what's going on. However, before I get into that, I'm showing some gameplay on the PS4 with Titanfall 2. I was actually playing with Mr. OP, Mr. Nerf OP, no G. What? I probably got your name wrong. I apologize, OP. I just call him OP, man. I love you, dude. It was a lot of fun to play with him. It was awesome to kind of watch him doing a Twitch stream. I was like, you know what? I need to join him because, one, I don't really give a whole lot of love to the PlayStation 4 just because I don't know how you guys do it. OP, I don't know how you do it, brother. The wait time for this game in order to get into a match, holy crap. It takes forever. I mean, you had attrition, you had PvP, you had, I think, bounty hunt, you had all different types of game modes, and it took forever. So, man, God love you. God love the players that are still on PlayStation 4 playing this game, but definitely had a good time playing with OP, and I really do appreciate it, brother. Let me hang out with you and grind some attrition out, man. I had a lot of fun, so thank you, OP. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can do this more often later in the future. So, alright, so let's get into it. Let's get into some of the things that I'm kind of dealing with. Right now, first off, I got a sick baby mama and I got a sick baby girl right now. I actually took a family sick day off from work today because both my daughter as well as my wife are both sick, and I don't know what is going on. It's just ridiculous of how there's like a cold going on. I don't know if it's just like the United States around, but at least in the Kansas City area, it's been mentioned several times on the news that there's some kind of cold or flu or something like that kind of going around, and I'm trying not to get it the best I possibly can. So I'm trying to stay hydrated. I'm taking like a lot of vitamin C. I'm trying to do everything that I possibly can to not get sick, but I feel like I made a Twitter announcement. I was like, oh, dude, I'm living the real life version of Resident Evil. I got 2 people in my life that are sick. I'm living in the same house as them, and I'm trying not to get infected. So it's just, to me, I don't know. I hate the fall. I hate the winter season where people are just in close in contact with each other. And when it comes to the cold season, it's just, I hate being sick, man. It really sucks to be sick, and especially when you're trying to take care of people that you love and they are sick. You're just trying not to keep it, but you're trying to make sure that they're healthy and taken care of. So I'm just kind of, one of the problems I'm dealing with right now in my life is just trying to make sure that the loves of my life are taken care of, and it's just a really hard thing to do when you're wanting to remain healthy. You're not wanting to get sick because it just sucks. You're kind of limited on what you can possibly do to help those out you love. The next thing that is just really bothering me, and I hate it so much. So, for you guys that don't know, you know, I went in the Army, but before I went in the Army as an officer, I went through college and I did ROTC. So I got a full ride through college. I did all my gen eds. I got my full bachelor degree in criminal justice with a minor in military, no, I think it's, oh man, military science is what they call it. It's just simply just the ROTC scholarship, the military classes you take to remain in ROTC. That's kind of the things you take. So I've already done the whole college thing. I will tell you right now, college to me is just an up or down thing. Like, sometimes it's good to have a college degree, have that continuing education. I think it's really good for people to go to college to get a continuation of an education. I think it's really good. I don't think it's essential. I think a lot of people can actually get some really good jobs by going to a trade school and whatnot, and I really do encourage people to do that, because sometimes you go to college and you get into a lot of debt, and I feel bad for people that do that, because I went through the military. The military gave me a full ride through college. I know some people can't do that, but again, if you are one of those people out there that are thinking about going to college, or you went to college and you have a lot of debt, I mean, God love you. I feel bad for you, but it's definitely like one of those things about college. Like, you don't really need it. It just kind of depends on what kind of career field you're going in. So the thing that I'm dealing with right now is that not only do I have my college education through my criminal justice, getting my bachelor degree, now I am trying to get a fire science degree for my firefighter job. And what I'm currently doing is I'm trying to take online classes, and I do not, this is the biggest thing, I did not want to return back to college. I think it's the one thing just like draining me right now is the just going back to reading books, taking quizzes, writing papers, and this is one of those frustrations that I did not want to deal with after already going through college and kind of dealing with that stuff. I kind of thought it was all kind of behind me, but now I'm just kind of going through the same process now of going through trying to sign up for classes, trying to get textbooks, trying to get all this and that ready to go for a class that has already started. The first online class that I started started on Tuesday, and now I'm just finding out the online class that I'm taking right now does not have an online book through their online program, through their online class. So now I'm having to buy a book online, and I'm not prepared for this whatsoever. Now, I don't know, man. To me, I hate stuff like this. I hate, when I went through college, when I went through to get to my bachelor's degree, we did take some online classes, but the nice thing about that is that they had an online book that was connected to that class, so you didn't really have to worry about too much. You would just log on to, I think it's like Blackboard, is that what it's called? I think it's called Blackboard. It's not, I'm using a different program for the college course I'm taking right now, but it was Blackboard when I went through to get my bachelor's, and they already had the college textbook, the online college textbook for that class, so you didn't have to worry about anything. You just signed up for the class, and you were ready to go and be successful in the class. Right now, it's not really the case. I've already talked to the professor taking the class, and they're like, yeah, no, you gotta buy your own online textbook. And I'm like, wow, to me, I hate, I don't know, it's college again. Like I was saying, I feel like it's just such a scam sometimes for people to go to college to get a good education, to get a degree, and then just be in mountains and mountains of debt for a degree. Half the time, depending on what kind of career field you go to in the real world, sometimes you might not even need that college education. You might need a trade school. You might need some other type of education to get yourself squared away for the job that you actually go into, even though you studied something else in college. Hell, that's the one thing that actually happened for me. In order to become a firefighter, I actually had to go through Fire Academy. I had to get certified as an EMT, so I actually had to do another year of schooling back in 2015, 2016 to actually become a firefighter. But that was actually okay. You're actually learning your skill to become a firefighter. You're actually learning to become, what you're going to be using as your career field. And I thought that was a really interesting way. You had to get state certified to be a firefighter. You had to get state certified to be an EMT to practice your skills with your job. But to me right now, I'm at the point where now I'm taking online classes to, I guess, add on to my laundry list of stuff to add on to be a firefighter, to do stuff like that. But man, I'll tell you what, it is just one frustration after the next. I don't know, that to me, I get so frustrated with goofy stuff like this. It's just one of those things where I'm like, look, I just want to be a firefighter. I just want to enjoy life. I don't want to be stressed out by stuff like this. I'm already having to take care of my daughter. I'm trying to take care of all different types of things in my life. It's just one more stress I just did not want in my life, but now I'm trying to kind of figure out how I manage that in my life. I think that's the one thing about life is that, we have stresses, we have different obstacles that pop up in our life, and we have to find different ways of managing it. And actually, one of the ways that I'm managing this right now, kind of getting my griefs out there and getting my my opinion about what's going on, and letting you guys know kind of what's going on in my life is actually helping. I do apologize. I know this is probably a nobody wants to hear a rant or complain or anything, but honestly, this is actually helping me out quite a bit. And to people that are kind of sticking around and listening to what I have to say, I do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support me with whatever I do or whatever I play. I know that a lot of people come out for Titanfall videos, but I know there's a lot of people that come out there for different things, Resident Evil, all the different types of video games that I make content for. I do appreciate you guys coming out, and I appreciate you listening to this. Again, this has really helped me out. I feel like I'm less stressed out right now because I've kind of told you guys kind of what's going on in my life, and now I have to figure out some way to deal with it. So again, appreciate it. Thank you guys for being out here. I really do. I thank you so much for the amazing love and support you guys give me pretty much on a constant basis. So thank you yet again. And PlayStation 4 players, again, I know we're playing on the PS4 right now, but man, oh man, oh man. I talked to OP about this while we were playing. I was like, Dude, man, the connections. I don't know if it's just if it's a PlayStation 4 thing or if it's just Titanfall in general. Dude, the connections on the PlayStation 4, man, are just, I don't know. They might be a little suspect. I don't. Again, I don't know. It was just really weird playing on the PlayStation 4, and I felt like it was so weird. And again, I don't really play on the PlayStation 4 very often. I mean, hell, you can see my rank anytime my little was it that banner or whatever comes up. I'm only like a Gen 2 on the PlayStation 4 when I'm like a Gen I think 40 or something like that on Xbox. So I definitely needed to give PlayStation 4 a lot more love than I should have. But again, it was a lot of fun to play with OP. Again, thank you, OP, so much for letting me join you. And I was actually, this match was like making me upset. There were so many people. Again, like we were talking in the other videos, people sitting in the back. So I was playing as Scorch. I was finding myself that I could not actually go after the players that were, you know, kind of hiding in the back. So I switched back over to Tone and was trying to use Tone to actually get after the players kind of sitting in the back. So I'm kind of actually, you know, as I'm playing this game, as I continue to kind of do stuff for it, I'm finding myself more and more, I'm like, hey, you know what, I might as well just use Tone. Tone's pretty much that just a Swiss Army knife of different things. I know I've called Ion a Swiss Army knife, but Tone, I mean, pretty much you have that protection wall, you have the 40 mil that you can get people from a distance, and I don't know, I find Tone a lot more useful than any of the other Titans in this game, so it was really nice to use Tone. But again, guys, I love you all. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate everything that you guys have done for me, so thank you so much. Let me know in the comments below, what kind of stresses do you guys go through on a daily basis? What kind of things help you out through the stresses in your life that, you know, that you're going through something, whether that be at work, at home, at school, whatever that might be. You know, what do you guys do to kind of get through your stresses in life? Do you guys kind of do the same thing that I'm doing right now? I'm kind of talking to you guys, letting you guys know kind of what's going on in my life. Does that help you to let people know what's going on, to kind of get that off your chest? You're kind of talking through the situations that's going on in your life, and that makes you kind of process it a little bit more or find a better way on being able to take care of your issues. I would love to know in the comments below, because I believe I am not the only person that kind of deals with these types of things in my life, in your life, my life, and I would love to know how you guys kind of cope with the situations. And maybe we're not alone. Maybe you need to do the exact same things, and I imagine I'll look in the comment section and we'll have some lengthy stuff, and I don't mind reading it, because at least, you know, if you're taking the time to listen to me gripe and complain, I would love to take the time to hear what you guys have to gripe about and listen to what kind of goes on in your life. So again, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys all next time.